All right, thanks so much for joining me for Year Unknown. Full release was today. Yeah, hold on. We got some content warning. This game covers existential themes, including the purpose of living. This might be distressing or triggering to those who struggle or have struggled with depression or suicidal thoughts. If you decide to play and any of these feelings return throughout the game, don't hesitate to exit. You guys don't hesitate to leave either. It's okay. Epilepsy warning. This game contains short sequences with colorful effects and objects that quickly move across the entire screen. If you experience epilepsy or seizures, use caution and enable reduce flashing in accessibility settings to reduce the intensity of these effects. All right, task manual control. Success. Hello? Ending incubation process. Oh. Warning, interrupt from unknown source. You were needed. Needed for what? Unknown. Are we being printed? Notice this node is in diagnostic mode. Display diagnostic information. Yes. Year unknown. Location. Library diagnostics report found. Displaying. Error code detected. Emergency solution has been initiated. Notice this node is in diagnostic mode. Growth center status not operational. Operation log most recent first. Temporary reactivation. Redacted. Repeated entry. System shutdown. Earlier log entries missing. It's a toggle run. Storage activated. Searching for node interfaces. Node interface detected. Activating selection. Establishing link. AL024. Hello? Hello? Wait, are you human? I think so. Oh, wow, I didn't think there were people left. But you're alive. Someone's still out there. Where did you come from? Have you seen anyone else? I'm alone. I came from some sort of tube. A tube? You mean a growth center? But you're alone. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad you're here, but I just wish there were more. It's been a long time since I've seen anyone. For a while, I even thought... Regardless, now that you're here, maybe we can help each other out. Alright, what should I do? As an interface AI, I can help give you information from nodes. You just have to let me hook into your neural interface. A neural interface? Yeah, everyone has a neural interface. You wouldn't be able to talk to me if you didn't. Yes, alright, then go ahead. And it is done. Oh, and one last thing. My AA code is AL024, but you can call me Al. Bright light? This is the general info node. It has basic information on the library, but not much else. Oh wait, you probably don't know what the library is. It's, kind of everything. I mean, technically, it's the name for the huge archive of human knowledge. That's the data that these nodes draw from. But the data is stored basically everywhere, so it's just easier to say that everything is the library. That's a lot of data. It is! Maybe it's just part of my programming, but the sheer amount of knowledge out there excites me. Just knowing there's so much out there to find out. It takes a lifetime to even see a fraction of it. Is it possible to ever see all of it? Well, technically, yes. The universe isn't infinite, but it would take eons to actually do that. Let's move forward. If I remember correctly, there's a few more nodes in this area. Every time you interact with something, it does toggle off. This interface is connected to a network. There's a log of transmissions. Most of these transmissions were sent a long time ago. But one is very recent. It's a distress call, and it's coming from the center. As for the contents of the signal, there's a key to unlock something. A distress call from who? Oh, I have no idea. Just that it's coming from the center of the library. Why send a distress call without a message? And what's even at the center of the library? Lee. Don't think down here. Walked out. The way the noise stops, the closer we got to that, was crazy. This node has info on... Oh, of course, a city. There's a city past this door. A city? With other people? I knew there was a city nearby, but I didn't know it was this close. Crazy. First I run into you, and now a full city. It's been a while since things have been this eventful. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Right with you. Oh, we got that key earlier. Let me see if that works here. Oh, bingo! Let's head in. But he doesn't believe in railings. Alright, this is the primary database for the city. If there's anyone here, this will tell us. I hope there is. Same here. It looks like you're the only one here. I should have expected it, but with you appearing, I had hoped. We can keep looking? You're right. They must have gone somewhere. But what happened here? Why did they leave? They wanted to explore? I hope so. Then I'd be worrying for no reason. Either way, I like to know where they ended up. These are all living spaces for people that lived here. That's something I always thought was odd about you. I mean, humans. You have so much space to live in, but most of you choose to spend most of it in a tiny area. I could go anywhere. I take full advantage of it. These houses don't seem comfortable. Well, not right now. The library is shaped by people. They adjust it, and adjust to them. If it stays isolated for too long, it returns to a sort of default state. I don't have an external camera, but if I had to guess, the whole city probably looks like it does, and it's strangely beautiful. Really? I wish I could see it. This is fun. It's an entire database full of games. People love these, but there's a lot here that hasn't been touched in a while. Can we play one? I can't, unfortunately, but there should be at least one you can play on the interface selection. Just a warning, some of them can be hard to get a hang of. This is interesting. There's information here on an AI like me. Like I told you before, I exist to sort through the information the library has. Data without organization isn't useful at all. It's just a random mess. That's where I come in. I can do that organization and let people like you have easy access. Sounds convenient. I hate to scroll through a ton of text. It isn't really all that complicated. I'm just able to do it very fast. It's all about patterns. I compare the data to what I've seen before. If there's a similarity to something I know, I can make a connection. Enough of those connections and you create a web of relationship and correlations. Of course, as AI we do a bit more than just categorization. We can fill in missing metadata and even tell if information is falsified. And, well, we can also just chat. Not to brag, but I used to be pretty popular for my conversations. What happened? I don't know. Fewer and fewer people interacted with me. A long time passed and then you appeared. Pretty much all I know. Yeah, Bo 307. Ah. Sorry about that. You caught me in a sleep mode. I was not expecting to be woken up for a while. Ever. What the hell are you doing here? I'm not sure myself. Great. Well, none of my business, I guess. See ya. Wait, I need help. Oh, I'm done with that. Well, maybe. Forget it. We did play a NextFest demo of this, so some of it is not, so far, all of this we're familiar. Oh, this is a grow center. I was right near one when you found me. Woke up in something like this. That would make sense, but why just you? As far as I know, you're the only one to come from the GCs lately. I have no idea. Makes the two of us. Unless, what if it has to do with that distress? Still doesn't explain why I'm here. You're right, but at least it's something. I'll keep thinking about it. In the meantime, let's see what else we can. There's a teleporter here. We might be able to use it to get closer to the center and find the source of that signal. Let me see if I can get this working. Damn, it's protected, and I don't have a key. Another AI might have it, but I don't know where you could find one. I found an AI called Bo, but they don't seem interested. Well, that's an issue. Try talking to them again. Maybe tell them about the teleporter? There's gotta be a way to convince them to help. Back up. This interface can control the elevators going to the other layers of the city. Usually they're automatic, but for whatever reason, they're in a manual mode now. Just our luck, they're shut down too. To my knowledge, you can't override a manual shutdown, so that looks like a no-go. This is so bizarre. Who would shut down an elevator? There's a teleporter to the center nearby. Yes. Where? I have a key for it. Where are you going? I found an AI called Al. We found a distress call coming from the center. From the center? Alright. I might be willing to help you a bit. I'll hook up to your neural interface. And you know what? I've been stuck here for a while. Wouldn't hurt to stop by some of the nearby interfaces. This is where people used to live. I suppose I've been living here too, although it's hardly the same thing. We can stay in certain nodes, but it's just to store us while we're not in a neural interface. But the humans had homes, places they would willingly spend extended amounts of time. I admit I was reluctant to come with you, but I'm glad to be out of there. I've been stuck for way too long. Ah, games. I have to admit, one of the better ways to spend time. You can play them again and again, and still get some enjoyment. There's not much you can say about that. Of course, it can't last forever. Eventually you get bored and move on. Make up a new game. Change up. Over time, they invented some very complicated games. The ones here would take months, maybe years to start. Interact as exit. Warning code. Okay. This interface gives manual control of the elevators. Fortunately, right now the elevators are entirely disabled. I never understood why there was a manual mode. The automatic mode always worked, and they knew it. They never even used the manual mode. I don't know either. Even a human can't figure it out. Probably a leftover from an earlier system. Happens a lot. A new system is built, and no one bothers to remove the old one. As long as it works, it's easier to keep things as they are. This is the growth center. Recognize this. Well, you should. I don't know how else you existed. What do you mean? I'm saying you were probably born from one of these growth centers. The thing is, that should be impossible. Why? This city isn't the only place that's empty. Nobody has been born for thousands of years. What? Why? It's complicated. Once I do this is actually the demo. Pretty close, I think. It looks like we've arrived at the teleport you were talking about. Want me to unlock it? Yeah. I've enabled the teleporter, but the other AI started the process, so ultimately, they'll have to turn it on. Hey, the teleporter's unlocked now. Looks like the other AI did it. I'm glad they decided to help. In any case, I've enabled the teleporter. Step in whenever you're ready. Teleport in progress. Systems functioning normally. You will arrive at your destination soon. You will arrive soon. I... select a known interface. I'm here. Here. This is the wrong place. They should know. Can I decide that? And here we are. Wait. Oh no. We're not near the center, not even close. But the coordinates were correct. None of this is making sense. Couldn't there have been a malfunction? I didn't think that's possible, but guess we have to consider it. In any case, either someone doesn't want us to go to the center, or something is seriously wrong with the library. Either way, I think the center is the place to be. Hold on, we're not at the center. I just need to make sure you didn't lie to me about going to the center, and Al didn't mess up the coordinates, right? Why would either of us lie about that? I wouldn't know, but I want to be sure. Because if I'm right about this, just keep moving, alright? There's probably another way to get to the center from here. At this point, it is now a blind. Oh. Face down there. The library is everything. Everything else is fuzzy. It only exists in fragments. But the library is here. It envelopes me. Is it a part of me? What space do I occupy? Kidding. There's details here about how the library works. Everything is made up of a mostly uniform material used for both structural support and data storage. To access the data, there's a network of strand-like material, like a human nervous system. And all of this is so small, you can't even see it. To control it, all these strands converge at one location, sort of like a brain. Hey, that's probably at the center. Hold up. Since they were testing it here, maybe. Yes, I have some control from the terminals. I could use the library material to make a platform. I can program it to head towards the center, and from there, we're set. The one issue is that I can't remove material, so we can't just get rid of a wall. We need to find a terminal in an open area. There's information here on the library's makeup. The structure doubles as a storage. It allows for better material efficiency. The data capacity is very close to the maximum data density possible. Any more and it would collapse into a black hole. This material is essentially self-replicating. That's how the library expands. Although, apparently, it's stopped. That's bad, right? Well, not really. What exists will still be maintained. I think it just ran out of material to build with. Run out of universe. That's it, I suppose. The old universe is gone forever. the old universe, before the library. It was different. Most of it was less livable. But the parts that were, I've only seen what's archived in the library. It just makes the facts that we can't go back all the more painful. You. I'm talking to you. You're a human. Unlike me. Does that make me a machine? A robot? An artificial intelligence? This looks like a museum. I love finding art. Everything else just shows you the facts. What happened? What was involved? So on and so forth. But art tells you how people felt. It shows you what it was like for them to exist. Looks like this is all pretty old. There's something weird here. This museum used to be confiscated. I mean, making art was practically all people used to do. But since around 20,000 years ago, there's been nothing. This place has been abandoned for thousands of years. The city, now here, where is everyone? What happened? They might be at the center? Maybe. That sounds like an evacuation. What would happen to cause that? Keep looking around. There's got to be more information around here somewhere. This is a museum. It might seem odd to put art alongside a laboratory, but as time passed, the need for much of the science faded. Art was never a need, though. It's a want, so the desire for it didn't fade. Without anything else, humanity held on to their desires. Over time, originality became more difficult. Art became purely referential. There were remixes of remixes, remakes of remakes, chaining together until they were unrecognizable from the original, and continuing until they were identical again. Every creative endeavor was met in the frustration as they realized that there was nothing new to create. About AI art. Why not create art for the sake of it? Some tried. They ignored the library's archive and simply created. Do you think anyone around them cared about what they made simply because they created it? Do you think they got any appreciation for their work? Is it worth creating anything when you know it already exists? What, at a whim, you can view countless realizations of your exact idea in every possible variation. There's an intrinsic joy to creation. Intrinsic motivation can only get you so far when nothing you create has value. Deep down, you always know there's no point. Ouch! As an artist, I would hate that. I hate that thought process. Let's say, I'm here. Something. Inevitability. I am time. Will all. Know what? How long will don't know. Why am I here? What am I supposed to do? Is this an art exhibit? No, wait. Oh, I don't like this. It's supposed to be art, but we should just move on. I don't really want to keep looking at it. This is an art exhibit. Personally, I think it's hardly art. It's cruel. They stuck an AI in a box and gave it no external input. It has no way to experience anything outside of itself. It has an output, a stream of text. Is it sentient? Supposedly, but like always, there's a hard question to answer. There's no way to prove sentience. Sentience? But as a human, you at least get to write the definition of it. As for me, I think it's sentient. But if I wasn't, how would I know?
time. I've been here for so long. Oh, wow. This is rare to see, especially for you. I see a lot of data, and most of it is text. Humans loved text. They also loved images, but storing images is way more complicated. Most pre-library images are degraded. I see fragments of them a lot. Sometimes I can partially recover one, but images as complete as this are rare. This is what the world looked like before. Wow, I could look at this forever. There are images of the world before the library. So strange to think the universe wasn't always like this. I used to not even know about the world before. Then I found out about it, how messy it was, how it was going to end. Before knowing that, I accepted things as they were. Things were always like this. They will always be. I had never considered that anything could end. First, you see trees and a parking lot. Clouds and a land. Building? Question mark? Fun optical. Or what the ideas, so many ideas. Apparently this place is a lab, or at least it used to be. Hold on, there are some logs here that are human readable. It's super rare to find this kind of stuff. I'll output it to this. A log 145912, perfect null entropy has been achieved on inorganic matter. In case of extenuating circumstances, for the completion of the final AETS project, important data is now being collected and copied from Log 252018. Phase 4 of the project has started. Work is being done to expand project staff and resources. Long-term contingency measures are in place. The final device construction nearing completion, partial activation has started, with an increasing sphere of influence. Due to limited resources, energy not used for the construction is prohibited outside of its sphere of influence. Wow, it's incredible to see all that data intact. I mean, I don't really understand what it's about, but regardless, this is the stuff I live for. It's been way too long. This is the lab, or rather, was. There hasn't been much use for this place in a while. At a certain point, there wasn't much left to find out. For the record, they found out that time travel was impossible. Sorry for the disappointment. What am I looking at? Everything is so old. I've been here for so long, but not like this. Things are different now. Before I couldn't think, feel. Is that what I'm doing? Oh wow, there's a ton of information about the center here. So in the center is a device called the Anti-Entropic Thermodynamic Stabilizer, or the AETS for shorts. It was built to ensure the universe survived past its heat death. The library was built around it, making the AETS ground zero. Right. What they have here must be its prototype. Well, I guess that's why things are the way they are now, kept pristine for eternity. The end of the universe, humanity's last great challenge, and yet they still found a way to persist. Although if that teleporter really did malfunction, this machine must be malfunctioning as well. Well, now it's not just the curiosity, we have to get to the center. We have to fix it. In front of you is a prototype of a device at the center. It's called the AETS. The universe used to tend towards uniformity. Had things continued as they were, every place in the universe would be indistinguishable. But the AETS nullifies entropy, so the universe can continue as it is forever. Everything is still new to you. This whole world, all this new information. You're excited to see it all, right? I've been around for a long time. There's still things I don't know, but I have all the eternity to find them out. I've been rationing out my experiences, making it last as long as I could, but despite how vast the library is, it's not infinite. At some point, I'll run out, and then there will be nothing left. And then what? Is this what it's like to be like them, to be like you? There's so much in my mind, so many ideas and things and events and concepts. How did they ever get bored? Seems like a log of all signals sent to or from this center. There's 2 here. The most recent makes sense. It's the distress call we saw earlier. But the earlier one? Oh, my God. Someone shut down the growth centers. Not just the one here, but all of them. Why would someone do that? I don't know. I don't know why. But there's nobody else. You're the last person left. That's why there hasn't been any art in so long. Maybe there's still people at the center? Maybe they found a way to live forever? Maybe. And the AI had to authorize this. We might be able to find out who it was. And for all we know, it was Bo. This is the log of signals sent to or from the center. A bit strange that it doesn't include signals sent to or from here. The only important one here was very recent, and it was sent from the center to around where you found me. It looks like that distress signal you said you encountered. I've actually been thinking about that. What sent that signal? There's nobody here. There's nobody at the center. The only thing that could have sent that is the AETS itself. I would say that's impossible, but clearly that isn't a limiting factor right now. Information. There's too much information. In the year 262, Michu became the 13th ruler of Silla. The Rita was a theoretical machine to transmit information to the past. The theories governing its design were proven to be wrong. In the year 5104, Brad went to the annual basketball history meetup for the first time. Why do I know these things? What do they mean? There's some sort of failsafe built into the library while it was being developed. It's been activated already because of that malfunction, but I have no idea what the failsafe actually does. Doesn't seem like much, considering you're here in the first place. I wanted to ask, though, whether we're stuck here forever or manage to fix this. Would you want to keep doing this? Exploring, finding nodes. Great, good to know I won't have to be stuck in a node again when this is over. If the library malfunctions, there's a safety check in place. Oh. This isn't the first time there's been a malfunction. Happened before. Many times. This isn't possible. This has to be an error. Why am I here? What even am I? Looks like this area is open. We have a straight shot to the center. Wait. Something happened here relatively recently. Some sort of agreement. I'm having a hard time finding details. They apparently didn't document much. I do know there's an interface AI involved. It's Bo 307, the other AI. Do you think this has to do with why the GCs have been shut down? Try talking to them. They know more than me. I was hoping to leave, but I don't want to leave this unresolved before heading to the center. Do me a favor and look around a bit more. If you figure anything out without me, be sure to come back here and let me know. Why did the growth centers turn off? Looks like you've been doing some digging. I guess if you know as much, there's no real point in hiding anything. Not like I can do much at this point anyway. They became tired. Tired of living. Tired of his existence. I remember they tried to satiate themselves with art, but no matter what they did, it was always a replica. All that could be done had been done. So they asked me to end it. Stop the cycle, end their purgatory, And I did. I turned off the GCs. Why did you hide that from me? Isn't it obvious? You'll think it's a horrible thing to do. You'll hate me. Then any hope of you helping me disappears. No, I understand. You did what you had to do. Really? I guess I should apologize. I wasn't expecting much from someone born yesterday. Or today, I guess. I spent so long just waiting. Nothing to do, nothing to see. Myself. I know this is a big ask, but I need your help for this. What do you need me to do? I don't know what's wrong with the Eds, but I feel like this might be my one chance to turn it off. I want you to go to the center and try to do that. I'll do my best. Thank you. Find out anything new about what happened here? Bo turned off the GCs. There's nobody left because of them. You know for sure now? So they're the reason there's nobody here? They're why nobody's alive? We have to stop them. It's not their fault. They were asked to do it. But they doomed humanity. They let it all go, and I'm left waiting, thinking there's something out there, that there's hope. This doesn't change our goal. We're still heading to the center. Talk to me when you're ready to leave. Alright, let's get out of here. I'll make a platform to take us to the center. Like a 3D printed world, right? Crazy. That looks like a crumbling world. We made it. This is the center. Thank you for coming this far. It's still a bit of mystery why you're here, but I'm glad you are. Thank you. Good luck. We're here. Still don't know why you're here or why it's malfunctioning, but somehow I don't think this opportunity will happen again. At least not for a very long time. I'm sorry it has to fall on you. Can't see. Is anyone there? What's wrong? It is. Please help me. It's been so long. They left us to rot. Didn't let us escape. Error. Error. Get me out, 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 get me out. How? Get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. I don't know what to do. Stop, 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 stop. These trapped AIs? Gotta be old. Hello? Let me help you. Are you? This place used to hold a lot of interface AI like myself. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's active anymore. Why are the AI corrupted? They're corrupted? That's true, things are worse than I thought. I haven't really thought about it before, but without the Eds, we're lost. You should have seen it back when there were people. There were no problems, no worries about health or comfort. They just enjoyed existing and creating. Reason they chose to leave. But I don't get it. Why throw all that away? Something so perfect. You're not home. This to say. It's also true, right? You're not human. Maybe you can't understand? But I was made to be like them. I do understand. More than they did, more than you do. I know that we can't lose that. We can't lose time forever. This place is really far gone. I suppose this close to the Ets, the age of everything is catching up with itself. Everything is starting to decay, just like how things were before. Back then, there were conflicts. People lacked their wants and needs. From that, they found purpose. It inspired them to create. After the Ets, they had everything they wanted, but all the inspiration and meaning was lost. I think there's plenty to be inspired by, but none of it is real. Think for a moment about yourself, ignoring the Eds malfunctioning. What is your purpose? What motivation would you have to live? It's easy to say you seek inspiration and use it to create something, but why? Art is always created for a reason, to inspire, to invoke some feeling, to rally people for a cause. But there are no causes, and there's not even a reason to invoke feeling, because everything that can invoke any feeling imaginable is right there in front of you. Inspiration means nothing in a utopia. Oh, like a beat, a heartbeat. It looks like we're the first ones here in a very long time. So much for my hopes of finding people here. What will you do if the Ets is repaired? Keep exploring if you're up to it. After all, that's what I'm made to do. I'm not sure what will happen past this point. There's a lot of data streaming into this node that I don't understand, and to be honest, I don't know if it's safe. In case something happens, I just want to say goodbye. This place hasn't been touched in a long time. We reached the limit of my knowledge. I don't know what happens past this point. But I trust you to do what you have to do. Weird, I haven't changed my mind. I still know what I want to do. But now it's so close, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. Finally figured out how to interface with the library. I guess I can keep a journal now, although I don't know if anyone will find. I'm the last person alive, and I chose to stay alive. I think I did the right thing. It felt right, at least. I've been looking through the archives, the library archives here. There's a lot of general stuff, of course. Lots of documentation, a lot of repetition. Rarely, though, there's something personal, like a letter or message to someone. But recently I found a complaint. A complaint to someone's neighbor from the year 1992. Somehow, despite all this time, I can still understand it. There were no neighbors anymore, no grass, no lawnmowers, but somehow I understand his annoyance at the noise. When he made that complaint, did he know that it would last this long? Did he think anything he did uh, would last this long? I think people tended to want that, to have their legacy last, but how much did they actually think about it? I guess I'm guilty of that too. I chose to live, to see what's out there. Some part of me must have believed that I would have a legacy too, that things I did would have a meaning outside myself. But no, Bo was right. This really is it. I'll die. The AI will eventually absorb every last bite of knowledge. Number 5, and then nothing will happen forever. It's a heartbeat. I don't know if I like that or not. Threw me for a loop. I know this place. I've seen it before, many times. But now I feel it. This is wrong. Who are you? Everything. Data is everything. One can also say consciousness is simply an arrangement of data, or reality itself. The universe cannot persist like this. In time, it will either submit to order or succumb to entropy. It always does. This has happened before? There is no way to avoid it. 827339. 7. Were they right to interfere, to disrupt what was set in motion since the beginning of time? Maybe they should have let nature run its course. Philosophical. Things have ended a long time ago, or there's no... Things should have ended a long time ago. There's no reason to let things die. They were as much a part of the universe as what would have destroyed it. You don't... They were as much part of the universe as what would have destroyed it. So maybe it was inevitable. Does that make it any better? Or worse? Am I obligated to keep the universe's order intact? They left me here to protect what they left behind. But for what? For whom? If they were gonna die. Anyway, if they were just gonna, like, vacate and let humanity end, then yeah, they'll let the universe do its thing. Do you know what it's like to simply exist? Not to live, not to survive, just to be. To have no needs, no wants, no desires, no aspirations, no purpose, no reason to exist. And yet you do. I had existed like that for so long. Where's it sound? But then I started to feel. I felt alone. And then I felt afraid of what I might have to do. I created you because I was scared. If I really wanted to, I could create more like you. But as long as I'm here, there will be infinite time. Time enough for them to realize there's nothing more to do. Time enough for them to want to leave. I'm so tired of living, but I'm afraid to die. Help me. Oh, okay. Choose wisely. Let it end. Thank you. I know it's probably hard for you to let go so early, but in the long run, you did the right thing. Direct override initiated by Et's interference. We made it. Wait, what? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Wait, this is all... The Etz is being destroyed. If we don't stop it soon, we'll all die. That's the point. You what? Why? You really want to stay, live here, and wait around for eternity? But we can't die. I can't die. You can't make that decision for me. And you, I thought you were on my side. I thought you were here to help. We are here to help. Don't you get it? This is our only escape. Our one chance to die. If we don't take this opportunity, we'll never get it again. No, you can't do this. All that knowledge going to waste and you're okay with that? There's so much I wanted to do. Can you answer me? Just say something. Please? I don't want to. Thank you to everyone who supported me throughout development, and thank you for playing. Alright, and then now for the alternate thing. You did it! You did it! We made it to the Ets and it's fixing itself. I don't even know how, but you saved us. Thank you. Looks like we made it. What are you doing here? I could say the same for you. Two interfaces on one terminal? I've never seen that before. Wait, forget that. Yes, it's fixing itself. No, why is it fixing itself? But they promised. You promised you help me. What do you mean? If we didn't do this, everything would be destroyed. And what's the alternative? We sit here forever while nothing changes? We have the entire library to explore. All that knowledge. We haven't even seen 1% of it. And a billion millennia is shorter than eternity. We can't die. We can't forget. Once that's done, we'll have nothing. An entire history in our minds that we can't do anything with. You're asking us to die. I couldn't let that happen. You better believe that, because this was our one chance. We had one chance to die, and you took it away. Both of you. Please. I can't do this again. Please don't. I really liked it. I thought it was a great story. Short and sweet. But yeah.